Come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Ridiculous Faith. Y'all come on in, share the video. Let's get this party started right. Y'all come on in. I am so excited. This is the day that the Lord has made. I choose to rejoice and be glad in it. Let's get on TikTok. Um, and let's just get this party started. Let me share the video. Let me get this done. www dot let's see. Let me get on Facebook and share this video so people can get on. I know I was a little tardy for the party, but don't do that. I'm here now. She's here now. Um, Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Y'all come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Go on the tagging frenzy Facebook. Go on the tagging frenzy. Tag all the ridiculous faithers here. And let's get these people in these ridiculous faith streets. I'm gonna put it on my story. Good morning. Hi, friend. Hi, my sister. How you doing, Nicole? I don't know if you're still in Atlanta, but I'll be in Atlanta soon. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Miss Pam, happy birthday. You're celebrating all month, Pam. I know you are. You came back. Oh, we got to get together. We got to get together. We definitely got to get together. Do lunch or something. Catch up. That would be good, right? Let's make it happen. Good morning, beautiful. Right back at you. Pam, I know you're going to turn down for what? Y'all come on in and share the video. I require more. I require more out of my faith. I require more out of my relationships. I require more. I require more. And I'm so excited about what God is doing in our lives. We just have to do what's necessary to cooperate. The word of the Lord has been spoken over you. You just got to play your part. The end of the story has been written. Okay, I need you to, I told y'all a funny story before that when I be praying in movies and stuff, because I'm so deep in movies, I be like, don't go through the door. Because you know how the movies, the cinematic flow where you could see both sides of the room, you could see the girl getting ready, go in the room, but the killer's in the room, and you're like, no, don't go in there. Well, I be praying for them people. I be like, no, don't. I be pleading the blood because I'm so deep, right? And then my husband looks over at me, listen to this, and says, you know the story's been written. Like, in other words, like your prayer is not getting ready to change what's about to happen because that producer, he already figured it out. He already decided how it's gonna end. And so while that is so rude, okay, because I don't tell me what to use my faith on. Um, I took that word because preachers always take a word and preach off of it. But I took that word to say, you know what, that's just like the word of God. The end of the story has been written. It don't matter. No devil in hell can stop what's been written. All I got to do is play my part. I'm an actress in this movie, and God is telling me what to do, and I do what He tells me what to do. And the end of the story is either way, Sade. Either way is victory. So, because that's how it's been written. So I could have some. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. All of that. But when I look around and think things over, I'm gonna be able to count it up and like, oh, my good outweigh my bad. I'm gonna be able to look at the fact that, I came from a broken home, but now I've been married, what, 26 years. I can look at the fact that, ups and downs in ministry, but God is setting us up for something huge. So let me tell you something. You got to require more, though. Require more from yourself. Be more committed to your dreams. You got out of the boat. Here's my word for the day. I do got some principles, but I want to talk to you. Here's my word for the day. Stay out of the boat. Well, somebody type that. Stay out of the boat. You got out of the boat. You was like, I'm gonna start this organization. I'm gonna start my nonprofit. You did all of that stuff, bugging us about the name. What you think about this? And you started it, and just because it didn't go just as you planned, now you retreat. You trying to go back. You swimming back to the boat. That's going backwards. The boat is back there. Teach, Pastor Monica. The boat is back there, y'all. You the one, Jesus. If this is you, tell me to come. Now you out here, feet wet, and because there's a little waves going, because it's a little turbulence. Now you trying to no, stay on the water. Stay on the water. Stay on the water. Stay on the water. Of course, both folk gonna tell you, Shavana, what you doing? You got too much going on. Your kids are still small. That don't have nothing to do with it. Then I need to show Milo and I need to show Cairo that their mama is about that life. Let me tell you something, Shavana. I don't know why God brought this to my remembrance. I remember Shawnee, who's about to get married in a couple of weeks. Oh my God. I remember Sean. We were in that Section 8 apartment on 49th and Aspen. And I brought him home from the hospital and I had a pleather couch. Judge your mama. I had a pleather couch. That's back when you had those vertical gold vertical blinds. Y'all don't know nothing about the hood like that. So I remember laying on this couch and he was so tiny and crying because I was like, I know it's more than this. I know it's more than this. And so I was holding him and I said, now he a couple days old, and I'm holding him like I'm gonna give you a better life. I'm a I'm gonna take you around the world. I remember just really holding him on this couch, crying, talking about I'm gonna do better. I had dropped out of college. I had a failed relationship. And I'm like, I'm gonna give you the world. And when I look at my son's life, he's getting ready to get married. And all the things that I've been able to do for first of all, I bought him a car from the Bahamas, like had it delivered. I think I gave him a better life. I had a conference in Singapore, and that's where he proposed to her at. I kind of think I gave him a better life. He's been to Dubai 4 times. I think doggone it, I think I kept my word. So, but Siobhan, it was back there when I was getting food stamps. It was back there in that apartment that I made a decision, a conscious, calculated decision based on unshakable convictions. Oh, let's not forget he has a house in the Bahamas. But I mean, I made a decision. I was going to live better. I didn't care, Shavana, what other people around me had. I didn't care. Some of my friends, one of my girlfriends is on here from high school. I didn't care. I didn't care none of that. I've been talking big and bad for a long time, even when it didn't look like it. I just believed. What you say has a lot to do with what you see. What you say has a lot to do with what you see. I was saying stuff. I'm going to find this old jean jacket I had. My tagline for my business is soon the world will know. And I y'all know nothing about the jean jackets where you used to get it drawn on and then get it studded. Because if you ain't from the 90s, you don't know nothing about it. So I had the jean jacket studded and it was Jessica Rabbit. Y'all know nothing about these cartoons. It was Jessica Rabbit on it. That was a real curvy rabbit that was on the Roger Rabbit. And she was standing on the table and it said, "The world will know my name." That sound like soon the world will know to me. That was in high school, y'all, 91. That was in high school that I was speaking my future. That was in high school that I started to speak. I didn't even know faith like that, but I just knew that I wanted more, so I would be talking like that. Sade, bring it back. People be ordering all over the world. Bring back 90s gears that's hot with a twist. I just gave you a business. Bring back that stuff. Name belts with a twist. Like, I mean, come on, bring back that stuff. I dare you. I dare you. Get a studded jean jacket like what? PM Global. Tara, my point is, you see as crazy and quickly as I think of something, I could do it just right now. I no, no, Sade. Sade said, "Don't dare me." I double dog dare you. I double dog dare you. You can even have those toolkit boxes that when people have 90s parties and stuff like that, they can get all of the party goods and stuff like that from it. Because that's when it was, I get so weak. Blood starts racing through my veins. They can download your playlist for karaoke. Boy, it's something I can't explain. Something about the way you do the things you do. Ooh, ooh, and do, ooh, ooh, and Sade, don't threaten me with a good time. Sade say, "Oh, cool, you'll be able to order soon." That's the kind of foolishness I like, though. That's exactly. I'm gonna be around you, Sade. That's the kind of foolishness I like. That's the kind of foolishness I like. So part of the website, Sade, should give me some candy though. I don't need no candy. You don't need no candy. You down 30 something pounds. You don't need no candy. Okay, once in a while we can have candy. Lemon heads, Boston baked beans, now and laters. It's all. Let me just welcome back in time with a twist though. With a twist. With a twist. The coach is here today, y'all. Y'all want some business ideas? Cause I got business ideas forever. I, everything I do can make you rich. Everything I say is a multi-million dollar. Everything I say, everything I say is a multi-million. You can have a part of the shop now. Now I already got you in the store. You can have a part of the shop that have like selfie stations, but it's all 90s themed selfie stations. You understand what I'm saying? Come out with some Adidas track jackets too, but like bling them out a little bit and just because I like Adidas track jackets and stuff too. Chico sticks, you be chewing forever. Peanut chooses old people candy, but if that's what y'all like, um, selfie station, just a place to have a good time and vibe and fun. Okay, and then you could do R&B nights there, and that's when people would do covers of like old R&B groups. You know, I don't know. Name earrings. Bamboo earrings, at least what? At least how many? At least what? Anybody know? Bamboo earrings, at least what? At least what? At least what? Y'all don't want to do it. At least two pair. TikTok got it. At least two pair. At least two pair. Listen, I'm not mad at that. No, look, get some gumbo, all of that. Have the band out there and all of that, and still take it. Like, why? All right, let me go back. Yesterday we talked about how to get more out of my dreams. Number one, I got to plan it. I did like 13 assignments since I talked to y'all yesterday. Cheryl, you should have never said go at my pace. My pace? I have a PhD by June. My husband, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I fell asleep and woke back up. He said, "What you doing?" I said, "Another assignment." Macroeconomics is not for the faint of heart, though. I'm gonna just say that. Okay, I got an 88. I was pissed because everything else was like 96, 98. Okay, one or two wrong. I'm right with it. But them graphs was confusing. I was like 88. And they said I could retake it too. I was like, no, I'm good with it. Because I ain't never using macroeconomics again. I probably do use it, but anyway. The point that I am making is my dreams matter to me. When I decided decided I'm going back to school, now I try. Let me tell you what I did. Let me tell you what I did. Now I'm gonna encourage everybody else to go to school because that's what people do. They start losing weight. Now you try and help everybody. Now now you're a wellness girl. Girl, you still overweight. You could be a wellness coach when you get there, okay? Because I'm not. I gotta tell you something funny, and I hope I remember my point. Remember your point. Remember your point. Okay. I went to the gym one time and I was trying to and they had an open house and they had the different fitness instructors there. And they said ask me how to lose weight and people was buff and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to find the one that I think would work for me. It was a girl there, she looked good, white lady, but she was like buff and everything like that. Now I may never look like her, but at least let me try, okay? Because you know what she's talking about. It was a black girl there that was kind of overweight too, and I'm just like, ask me how to lose weight, and I'm thinking apparently we need to find the answer. I'm not signing, and nobody was in her. Nobody was. She had little stuff at her, like little treats at her. People was going to get the treats from her station, but they wasn't signing. The girl that was cut, they was signing up for her because if I got to look at something and I want to be like that, is that you close to where I am? We need to go to her. Yeah, I know y'all see y'all judging. Y'all no. Bible says we should know them by their fruit. Did I really you not eating just fruit? Okay, I'm gonna stop. But I'm not body shaming. No, I guess I am. I apologize. But what I'm saying is, if I'm going to sign up for, if I'm going to pay my money for a fitness instructor, it's going to be somebody who is fit. See, what was I talking about? Oh, when I decided to go back to school, I'm so strategic about my assignment. I know I can't stop doing what I'm doing. I know I can't stop with the speaker group that I'm organizing. I know I can't stop with all of the things that I'm doing with my business. So since I can't stop with that, I got to fit it into my already busy lifestyle. Well, how can I do that? Well, it's so crazy because some of y'all believe in stuff that you don't believe in. Oh, what are you talking about, Pastor Monica? I'm a coach, right? I charge people a lot of money to coach them, right? Because I believe in coaching. So if you believe in coaching, then why won't you coach? Well, don't look at me like that. You believe in sowing, but yet you don't receive a seed. I mean, so since we talking, like you don't want to do that. So anyway, I hired a coach, a college coach. Be like, well, why you need a college coach? Because first of all, I ain't been in school for how many years? I need somebody to. And the biggest thing I told them was this: I want to finish in record time. I don't want nobody to say, well, it's not about how fast you do. You could do 2 courses. You don't know me. I'm not doing 2 courses a month. That's like Weight Watchers losing 2 pounds a month. If I lose 2 pounds a month, I'm already eating Snickers because it's like I can't even tell. If I can't tell, then it's not worth it. So I'm not doing that. So for me, I needed to hire a coach, and I hired a coach. And they literally went to the programs that I was looking at. So y'all don't want to pay. It was $500 for the first consultation. Y'all don't want to pay nothing. See, that's the issue. Some of you are like, I'm not paying for that. I could figure it out, but you didn't figure it out. Coaches shave years off of the learning curve. One girl coached with me. She said, I've been trying to do this for 6 months, and I could have just paid money to talk to you, and could and did, and now you have it. So so what I did was, so what they did was they looked at all of the programs that I was considering, and made sure everything's accredited, legit, all the stuff I need to do. But I told them, listen, here's what you tell a coach. The first time people coach with me, I said, what do you want to do? If money wasn't an issue, what do you want to be doing? I can build your life and your business based off of what you want to do. Don't do it based off of money. Do it based off of purpose and desire. And so the first thing they asked me was, what do you want? I want a PhD. They talked about D-Min because I'm in ministry. Okay, you can get a doctor of ministry. I don't want that. They said you could do an ED. That means you can teach and stuff like that. I don't want that. That's a faster way for me to get the title doctor. And there's nothing wrong with an ED if that's what you want to do, teach and all that kind of stuff. Even though I teach, but philosophy, that is who I am, changing systems and changing the world. PhD is a philosophical degree where people come up with something that shifts and changes the world. That sounds like soon the world will know. I'm building schools all over the world. I think that's what I need to do. So I don't really care nothing about this, that, or the other. I don't care about, I mean, I guess I care about the masters, but I'm just trying to get here. So I said, what's the fastest way to get here? And he said, I had somebody do, he should have never told me, Apostle Radcliffe, he should have never told me that somebody did the first degree in 6 months. Now, should have never told me that. Now, is it grueling? Absolutely. I did 15 assignments within 2 days. Is it absolutely grueling? Yeah, but the school has a go at your pace. This is my pace. So you should have. Romans 11 says that God is no respecter of person. So if somebody else did it, I could do it too. I'm one of those kids. I do it. That's what my granddaughter do. I do it, Mimi. I do it. You don't know how to do it. Sade, it ain't no joke. Now, if I don't get it done in 6 months, I'm not. I gave myself a year. But if I do get it in 6 months at the rate that I'm going, if I keep going like I'm going, it'll be in 6 months. And it's just like, and I just watch the TV, doing assignments, look up. I'll be like, what happened? My husband be like, I'm not gonna keep I'm not gonna keep telling you. I'm like, this is my last time, I promise. And then I go back down and finish. Yeah, 6 months. See, but I'm that type of person. You talking about somebody who released 10 books at one time. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, you just gotta know who you're dealing with. My thing is, if why am I so aggressive about my dreams and I have something and you running behind and you not? I need y'all to get more aggressive. Be aggressive. You gotta be aggressive. So I said to them people, I'm paying you money. So guess what they did? They looked at all 3 programs. I'm helping you. I'm not even talking about school right now, but you just get what I'm saying. They looked at all three schools. They looked at the program. They looked at the benefit. They looked at the pros and cons. They looked at how many transfer credits that they would take, and all of that. Who had the degree that I was offering, and the mapped out the plan. This one school was a real big contender, but they had straight modules where I had to wait 8 weeks and then take another 4 courses or whatever. I didn't want to do that. At your pace means when I finish a course, I can just keep taking them all throughout the summer and so on and so forth. Well, that's better for me. I'd be on flights to Bali for 20 hours. I could, you look, I might have a couple degrees then. You see what I'm saying? So they mapped out a plan and literally gave me something called the playlist. And they said the playlist, and just take these courses, go straight down the middle, go straight down the line. That works. That works. So my thing is, why not though? And I'm still gonna be making money. And I'm still gonna, so I'm saying all that to say is you need yourself. Number one was a plan. You need a plan. I didn't just jump into this. I didn't just let people tell me. An advisor told me when I met with the advisor, I was like, okay, so they already knew about this company. I'm like, I hired such and such, and here's what I'm doing. And they're like, well, you got it. This brother don't need to. He didn't have to work. This is what I'm doing. Do you have any other suggestions? Can I get some more credit? Can I get some life experience? I tried to get, listen, just like I told you, I tried to get upgrades. Can I get some more credit though? Okay, because I accomplished a lot. Google me. Okay, like let's do it. You don't know what's available to you till you try. Open up the door. You don't know what's out there. Things have changed. Things have changed about relationships. Okay, you still going off. I met him on South Street, girl. It's a whole new world. Your man might be in Kansas. Okay, okay. I am so cool, like for real. I would want to be my friend for real, because I'm just so dumb. Like I'm cracking up right now. Like why Kansas? But he might be country, loving a North girl. Like what up? What up, y'all? Like what's? I'm trying to tell you, it's a market out here. Talking about ain't no men out here. It's a few men in Kansas, a few men in Indiana, a few men in. Listen, with my fan at like what? Listen, y'all single because you want to be. Because I got too much faith and too much strategy for me to be single. Y'all got me off on tangents. Number one is plan. Number two is prioritize. So, let me tell you something else. Again, I hate, I'm gonna start using a bunch of school analogies just because I preach about my life. So just live with it. Okay. One of the other things, smart things that he did to hack the system, that's what they call it, hacking the system, and that's to finish in record time, is to prioritize classes. Well, this is what he says, super smart. He said, I'm going to list all the easiest classes. Do the easiest classes in the summertime because you got a lot going on and you're busy. And in the wintertime where it gets darker early and you're home more, you can do the more difficult classes. Smart, 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 smart. That's why he got a PhD and I'm on my way. It's smart. Makes sense. It makes sense to me. That's why I'm knocking out classes like. And then the program that I am, give me the classes. They have a lot of classes that's just test based, and I'm a great test taker. Now I may not know that stuff, Nakia. Don't judge me, okay? I may not know that stuff, everyone, but I know how to pass the test. Um, you know, I can write papers too, but I don't feel like writing papers. I'd rather take a bunch of classes where you just kind of study and take the test, study, take the test, and so on and so forth. But a few of them I got papers and stuff. But I'm prioritizing, so it's smart. So I'm knocking all the easy classes out first, except for the macro, and then the other ones I'll take in the winter. Number three, you got to prepare. I'm getting ready to clear my workload. My goal. Can y'all pray for me that all of my old projects, and some of you who I owe some projects to, want it to be so too, is that this weekend they are finished. I want to be finished this weekend. I love doing products until it comes to the end of the road. Although we come to the end of the road. I just sent 3 out today. I just got about 4 or 5 more projects to finish, and then I'll be done. And then I'll be doing stuff another way. So I won't be doing any of those projects. So those of you who didn't get your done for you done and all of that kind of stuff, you won't be getting it done for a while because I can't do it right now. But I gotta prepare. So I gotta prepare my life for this workload. I gotta prepare my life. I'm still going on tour. I'm still going to be speaking everywhere. That's what I'm doing. Number 4 is you got to persist. Keep going when like in a month I might not be hyped no more because the reality of I got to get this work done. I might not be excited no more. But I don't quit because it's not exciting. I don't quit because it's not fun no more. Y'all grow up, okay? You talk about it's not fun. Bye. It's not always easy. It's just always worth it. I want you to be wealthy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to live the life of abundance that God called you to live. Like Trinisha, I really want to fly back to Vegas and just go back to that hotel and just start meeting people and showing them how to make money there at that. Because I'm like down the street, all these casinos, they making money and y'all stuck and y'all know Jesus and I don't understand. So I want to come and start a revolution, a wealth revolution for the church. I don't know. See, I believe I could. All I need is a flight. Like, seriously. You could start a business or organization in another city. Can I? Do y'all know that you could start? Sade is in L.A. I meant New Orleans. I don't know if you know New Orleans or not, but you could just start another. You could just go down. You could just go on a weekend. First of all, don't threaten Toy with a trip, okay? Toy be like, "Pam, when we going?" You could literally start a group or something in another city. You could literally just do that. I know a few people in Atlanta. I can go to a WeWork space or one of those peer spaces and just tell them, meet me there and I'll just talk about what I'm going to start and I'll go down there once a month. I started doing stuff like that years ago. I had a school in Charlotte. Go down, I would drive down there once a month and teach these people faith. And they would meet me and pack out. I'm going to show you the pictures. Meet me and pack out the place. Dr. Carolyn, some of the people that you see on Ridiculous Faith, that's how they met me. I called it PMU Charlotte. Because why can't you though? Tradition said, I remember. I mean, I would just go different places. If you in Charlotte or surrounding areas and you want to meet me, I'm gonna show you how to. And then people would meet me. I'd be like, oh my God. People would drive down from Virginia because it wasn't far and they would drive to other places. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because why not though? When I first had the conference I think Trinisha, I'm just talking about this because this is what I'm launching today. I'm launching the speakers group today. I'm waiting. I keep waiting. And that's not like me to wait until everything is all together. No, I'm not waiting no more. So Trinisha, we have a discrepancy on how we met. We don't have a discrepancy on how we met. We have a discrepancy on what happened. So what had happened was she said she called me because she saw me online. She needed a mentor, whatever. She said I didn't call her back, which is not my MO and it's not what I do. I don't discount people. But for whatever reason, maybe no, I just don't believe it happened. But anyway. So anyway, she reached back out to me. Um, I'm an hour away from Nola, born and raised here. Okay. You making me hungry. Um, I did not ignore you. Stop that. So anyway, she reached back out and we talked on the phone for some reason because I remember at my old house, I was laying across the bed and I was talking to the girl. I'm like, is she white? She's like, hi, Pastor Monica. I was like, oh, hi, how are you? I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure of your ethnicity. I said, maybe she's Spanish. I don't but anyways, we talked about different things. We talked about different things. Next thing you know, this girl is dropped on a plane that she's never been on. On a plane, never been on a plane. Gets on a plane and flies to Delaware. People like you don't know this lady could be you know murderer. She could be a stranger, whatever. And she met me. We got connected, and I began to pour into her life, and we had a relationship. I'm saying all that to say the next thing I was like, well, when can I come to Vegas? The Bible says you have not because you ask not. She's like, you can come to Vegas. You want me to ask? Can you come to my church? Yeah, I do. I never been to Vegas, and I came to Vegas. We had a conference at Vegas. It was powerful. It was awesome. We did that a couple of times at her church, and then I was like, I want to do it at a coliseum. I want to do it at a what do you call it, convention center. So this girl let me talk myself into having a conference at the Cashman Center on Las Vegas Boulevard. Because a year out, everything seems doable. A year out, Pastor Deirdre, everything seems like, oh, and I'm gonna have all these people come. I said, go down there and get the brochures and all that. So she did it, and we calling them people, and everything sounds possible until money is due, until there's a bump in the road. Child. So we got it. All you need, because it's always a small deposit. All you need is $2,000 deposit. Okay, we can do that. I got that. Put the $2,000 down, and then every couple of months, 25% is due, whatever. Everything was going great until it was like, if you bring products, you got to pay a 25% Las Vegas tax if you do this, this, and this. If you do this, you need $1 million worth of you need $1 million worth of insurance, whatever they call it, insurance. You need this, that, and everything. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I was like, don't call it another thing. And yet, we had the whole convention center, and yet we had a successful conference, and yet people flew in from everywhere. You know what? Because just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not worth it. It's worth it. We launched a magazine that weekend. We had a whole youth service that weekend in another room. We didn't play no games. I'm gonna post the pictures today. That's why I'm going back on the road, y'all. I have more faith on the road, Tranisha. At home, I'm too comfortable. On the road, I had to use my faith. So, I did that in we had security. We had to have everything, but we made money that weekend. It was awesome. It was beautiful. My name on, what was it, my name? Because it had Empower Fest 20. Did it have my name? It said PM Global presents Empower Fest on Las Vegas Boulevard. I'm gonna post the pictures. A whole convention center. Who do you think you are, a chick from Philly, that you can do a whole convention center by yourself? Not Joyce Myers. I know some of you like, I ain't never heard of her before. It don't matter. I had the Cashman Center. I had to have faith though. But see, that's when you was my ride or die. I don't know what happened, Tranisha, because when I needed insurance, she was like, okay, you can do it under our such and such and such and such. When I needed such, you was like, I got that. I called my friend, whatever. When I needed sound, you was like, I got this person. And you had everything I needed. Okay, so I need you to get your act together so we can get back on this road. Okay? Okay? I'm Batman, you Robin. Her famous time was, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. I need a team to do this. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. She had a registration team. She had a product team for me. She had, what are we doing? How are we not doing more when 10 years ago we was going to, remember when we went to Kansas City, Missouri? I hope y'all don't think I'm not coaching right now. I hope y'all don't think I'm not ministering right now. Because if you're not, I'm just sharing with you the goodness of the Lord, that when you have faith, you can do impossible things. Then we went to Barbados and all of that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. I just believe I could. And I don't know what got me playing it safe. I speak against everybody on here that's playing it safe. You was reckless in the world, smoking and drinking and meeting people in hotels. Now you got heaven backing you, and now you want to play it safe. I speak against every comfortable. Stop playing it safe. Charday said, not me instigate. Stop playing it safe. When we were on the road, my faith was stretched. Remember when we went to Kansas City, Missouri, a lady had painted a life-size portrait of me. I was like, oh wow. I was like, I didn't even know how to receive. It was a whole, but she's like, Pastor Monica, I knew you were coming and I painted this, and they unveiled it. I was like, wow. You better be a star. What got me playing it safe? Shavana said, not too much. What got me playing it safe? Pastor Deidre, I did it in Chicago too. I don't know if you remember the late Reverend Dr. Joanne Long, um, mentor of mine, like a spiritual mother of mine. I said, Dr. Long, I want to come to Chicago and I want to host a. She said, baby, just tell me what you want to do. And I have an outdoor hood edition revival coming. Come on, I love it. And so that's what I said. And I had it in Chicago, all around the world. You got to plan, you got to prioritize, you got to prepare. Now I'm having a conference in Bali. You know that takes a lot of planning, especially dealing with, I was going to say Negroes, but I'm not going to say it. Because people come and people don't prepare and then they can't come and then you got to keep redoing the schedule. But I'm up for the challenge. And then so, 10 people registered last week. So it'll just offset itself. I got to plan, prioritize, I got to prepare. I got to persist. In the meantime, I'm going on the road and still got a school in Kenya and all that. I got work to do. Persist means I keep going when everybody else stopped because I'm not everybody else. And if I want what nobody else has, I got to do what nobody else will do. That's why I want to bring y'all on a road with me. I really believe that somebody write this down. More is caught than taught. More is caught than taught. Those of you who want to do big things, the reason why you can't do it is you can have book knowledge, but you don't have experience. Teach Pastor Monica. If you're around me when you see how I fill the room, then you'll know how to fill the room. When you see how I move products, then you'll know how to move products. But the problem is everybody always try to come up to you like they equal. It needs to be an Oprah for there to be a Rachel Ray. Don't get mad at me because I'm Oprah. And ain't nobody on here going to tell you that I won't help you. I won't help you. I put Tranisha. When I went on tour, every time I told Tranisha, if you get there, you can speak. Now she was rude because she would kill it before I got it. First of all, that's so disrespectful. Like if I'm sharing my audience with you, I gotta pay for the conference, Sade. Listen to this. I gotta pay for the conference. I gotta fill the conference. I gotta use my team and staff and stuff. And I tell you, this is my spiritual daughter. You could come everywhere I go. When I move, you move just like that, right? So if you go, you can preach before me. You can speak before me. You only got 10, 15 minutes. You better make it count. Okay, make it work. Work it out. This girl would destroy. This girl would destroy it, and I'm just like. So now I got to work extra hard. When I tell you I didn't mind at all, she said the student is never equal to the teacher. Okay, just remember that. She never acted that way either, but she just did what she did. She would kill the conference. The thing that would tick me off, sorry, Tranisha, is that at the end of the day, when I finish, my tables is wrapped around because people at my product tables. And she didn't bring no product. Well, I didn't bring my products. Why though? You knew you were speaking of, well, Pastor Monica. Then I would be so rude sometimes. I was standing to say, how many of y'all, if she had her book, y'all would buy it? Everybody be like, she was amazing. I'm like, so you count how many hands that was raised. And that's how much money you don't have. So I don't understand that though. So there's nobody that I won't toss the mic to. Because greatness is never intimidated by greatness. Yeah, I want you to kill it and make me look good, okay? Because if they don't get something from me, they got something from you in the conference, but still worth it. Look at God. Won't he do it? I'll be sitting there like crying. I remember one time she came to our revival. I forgot what you preached. It was about Penina, but you talked about Hannah. You came at that text another way. I said it was the restored retreat. I looked at this girl, said, this girl, me and Lauren was sitting, me and my daughter Lauren, that's why our preachers getting ready to be so sick. Me and my daughter Lauren look like, I can't stand her. Lauren is so violent. I don't know why this is our love language, that when somebody's doing a good job, we talk about like, I'm gonna punch her right in her face, like stuff like that. Because when Diana, I saw Diana on TikTok. I don't know if Diana's still on TikTok. When Diana be speaking, normally I'm getting ready to throw something at. I'm like, what? Why is it so violent? That's a Simone spirit. I don't know Simone is here. That's a Simone spirit. But like Some of y'all are so dope that I'm mad that you a secret. I know I'm still a secret to many, but I'm mad that you a secret because Tranisha can just preach. I'll just be like, this girl, we had her church Vegas, her Vegas, and she's overcoming health challenges with her legs. She preached from a scooter. I said, this is rude. This is just rude. This is rude. How you just sit down and be like, and then drop the mic. That's what I'm talking about. But if you're not around somebody who would help you and somebody who would push you and somebody who would stop being around people who mad at your greatness. I realize that some people, I don't know how to say this. They don't mind you being great as long as they have a hand in it or something, or they get credit for it or whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm ready to put a team of girls together. We go around the world sweeping through and encouraging other people. Like you just not going into the call. You're not going into the call, but God's calling you. Gonna tell them no. I want us to go and have some services, Tranisha. Our preach is gonna be a movement where the preachers and prophets come together. And we're gonna tell people that you don't have to be perfect to answer this call. You just gotta be willing. Yeah, you don't have to have Socratic syllogisms and Eschatolian logic. I don't know what I'm talking about. When I tell you my husband be saying that stuff. You ain't gotta know that. Just say yes. I'll say yes, Lord, yes to your will and to your way. I say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me with my whole heart, I'll agree. Like that minor, and my answer will be yes, Lord, yes, yes, Lord. Everybody with me, I'm gonna tell them, you take one of my classes or take one of Tranisha's classes. Take somebody classes on birthing your book. So if we on the road, you always got money to travel. You ain't got to come from your household budget, so your husband ain't mad. You ain't taking money from your kids. You got your book here, or whatever you got, whatever your book is, and you making money, and then that pays you for your flight, and then the hotel room, and all of that, and then you make money everywhere we go. And now you get experience with being on a tour, and now everybody's happy. And you're like, oh, PM, this was so amazing. And then you break off and do something, and you be like, I knew how she did this. I saw how she did this. I saw how she did this. I saw how she do this. And yo, what I'm doing in this season is not just for women. So, bro, you want to go on the road? You want to talk? Dr. Seaton just came on. He went with us. Tranisha talking about Vegas. He went with us on our first, was it maybe our second Vegas trip. And Dr. Seaton, you went with us to you went with us to Barbados as well. We're going back to Barbados. I don't know how I started getting scared. What got you shook? What got you shook? Because I'm trying to think of what got me shook. I think the idea of being broke. Like I would always have to believe God for the money and believe God. And that's not a bad place, but when you get to a certain level of finances, you try to go in preservation mode. And God told me, you're trying to do stuff I ain't never called you to do, which is take care of yourself. And I'm like, oh. He said, I ain't never tell you to call. So prosperity became a curse to you rather than a blessing. And I'm like, let me get because I don't want you to take it back. He said, you're supposed to be going from faith to faith. You went from faith to strategy. What? God had to talk to me like that because God knows I be hard headed, like literally. So he said, I made it bigger than you on purpose. So now when I go back on the road, I'm making it bigger. Now I'm on the road and it ain't all about me making it happen. It's about us making it happen. So I'm putting a team of people together. And it's going to be simultaneous tours under I Speak, and you can just decide which tour you want to go into. It'll have the dates that we're going to be doing with tour and the places, then the other dates that we're doing the other tour. You might say, well, I want to do 2 dates here, but I can't do that because that's Pastor's anniversary, but I can do this tour over here. And if you want to be a part of this organization, it's a small investment to cost to be a part. Somebody one time told me, I don't want to pay to play. And for years, you haven't been playing. Look at you. because you don't even realize on the stage that you admire all them celebrity coaches that you went to their conferences. All they do is pay to play. So just say yes. I don't know what I'm saying yes to. See, that's your issue. You got to have all the information. You gotta have, you gotta, you gotta have all of the information. You gotta cross every T and dot every I. Look at you. But you don't though. He called me, he met me, I said yes, and I meant it too. And I've been rolling with him ever since. I'm just going with the curves. I told you I'm on the Acela train. The Acela train is ergonomically designed to handle curves at a high speed. So life be lifing with me with my kids, and I just go with the curve. Marriage, go with the curve. Ministry, go with the curve. If you knew the stuff that was going on in my life, you only know what's public. And I still show up. Why? Because not showing up ain't going to make it better. I'm only going to feel worse. Like, so this is going on and I didn't show up. Like, I'm gonna make some videos today. I need everybody to go on my videos today and on my posts today. I believe in God for. Let me tell you what I'm believing God for. I need 25 people to pour into. Let me just say it right here. It's an investment, but I'm gonna show 25 people how to do this book stuff because I don't want to do it right now anymore. I'm not gonna say I don't ever want to do the book stuff, but Shavonna, I don't want to do any more after this project that we're doing. Shavonna, God just told me to prepare my first message. Don't know where he's going with it, but okay, Jesus. Just say yes. Tranisha said you need 24 because I'm in. Last year I did 627 books. Last year. 627 books. I made over $500,000 with just that stream. And I want to show other people how to do it. I'm going to put a video out. Some people, when you release your books, like even you, Shavonna, when you release your books and other people release their books, the first thing people is going to say, oh, I had a book and I wanted to do a book. I'm telling you, this is the easiest money that you can make. And you'll be certified by me, which means you're going to be taught by me. And I'm going to give you my system. So at the end of the certification, you get my system. Literally have a book that if you just teach that, that's all you need. You're going to have my resources, my printers, my formatter people, like not my actual person because he's too busy, but you know, who I use to format and all that kind of stuff. And you will make so much money, at least. I'm talking about on the low end. The lowest end of what I made doing this is 5 to 10 grand a month. That's the lowest end. Did you hear what I said? That's the low end of what you're going to make. Here's what my team is going to do for the first 25 people, because I'm sure I'm going to go up in price. But for the first 25 people, me and my team will help you with your first boot camp. We'll give you some tools necessary for your first boot camp. If you got 5 people to do it, 10 people to do it, and they take your birth, your book class, or whatever you want to call it, and you have my system, it's going to work. Lady Marcia, the women and stuff that you had come to the conference and stuff like that, when they see the stuff that you're doing, and they say, you could just put it out there. How many of you ever wanted to write a book? I'm hosting it. I'm trying to help the people. Y'all don't want the help. All right, I'm just gonna put it on my main page and I'm putting it in my groups, and I'm gonna get up to 25 people, and then you gonna call me and I'm gonna be like, oh no, we don't have no more slots because you didn't move. Favor is somebody somewhere using their power, influence, and ability to help you. Procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God has to wait on you until you're ready. So yeah, the favor door doesn't have to stay open. So I'm going to do some videos today. I want 25 people this weekend. I'm launching 2 things this weekend. One, I speak. If you want to speak around the way, now you could do both. But if you want to, don't think about the money part of it yet. Inbox me. I will figure it out. We got flexible payment options. But if you want to be a part of it, don't let your pride say, Well, they asking you. That don't it, I'm telling you, Marcia, I want somebody in Philly to do it. I want somebody in Vegas. Well, Trinisha's in Vegas. She gonna do it. Different people gonna do it. And now I get to still keep my word to God by becoming leaving literary legacy for people, but I don't have to do the work. I just figured it out. I'm called to empower the people that are called to empower people. I kept trying to do it myself. So that's why I got all these books here. I got all these books here. I want to show you how to do it. So not only would this investment help you, I did coloring books and workbooks, and I'm just like, girl, you do too much. Books for my husband, books for my son. This is just on my desk, y'all. Like, I want to show you what I know. I can't guarantee the space is going to be available, Marcia, but I'm proud of you with your certification. I'm so proud. This is money, y'all. Old people, men, women, black, white, boy, girl. I'm doing a book with one of my young people from my church. I'm so proud of her. This right here, give me my money. Give me my money. You talking about making some money? If you interested, put I'm interested. I see Trinisha said I'm interested. So the speakers group I'm putting out is for men and women. People think what I do is for women only, and it's because not enough of you men show up, but it's for men and women. We are getting ready to go on the road. The first tour is starting in about 2 months, but we need to train and get our publications and stuff out for it. It's called I Speak. So whatever your subject matter, if it's empowerment, if you're a preacher, if it's marketplace, if it's coaching, there's room at the cross for you. And I would love for you to be a part of what we're doing. I'm going to, yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited. Will y'all pray for me? This is a new, a new level for me. I believe God. Will y'all agree with me? Shut up. Trinisha said, let me tell my husband I need to sign up. You better speak by, you better walk by faith and not by sight. I'm gonna do some videos. Will y'all do me a favor and share it? Will you do me a favor and not just like it or love it, but comment as well? I need to hit my goal this weekend. I got big goals I got to hit this weekend. I trust that you were inspired by this. Shavana got a word. Everybody sow a seed, sow something. You heard something today that inspired you. You heard something just hearing my testimony. You're like, you know what? I could do that. Just hearing your testimony. This girl told me I could just go start a business and I could just fly to Orlando, $99 on a Velo, find a nice, inexpensive hotel, and just get a WeWork space and just start a business and start saying I'm gonna come down there every other month. And now I got a business in Orlando. Then I could do the same thing in Atlanta. Then I could do. Then I got Orlando and Atlanta. Then I could do the same thing in. Cause why not though? But if you need a coach to help you do it, I'm your girl. I've done it before. I've done it before. And you can join the I Speak movement and still do your own thing. You ain't got to not do what you called to do. The Lord told you he had prayer ministries all over the world. Then why, first of all, you don't get to tell God no. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, you're just going to say no. You're just going to point and say, you wait, no. But you need to see how it's done because more is caught than taught. Everybody sow a seed. Trinisha, 1,000 times in the season. Shavana, 1,000 times in the season. Cherie, 1,000 times in the season. Everybody get a seed in your hand. Sow something and put seed sown. PM Global One is the Cash App. PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. I'm putting out books like crazy. I don't want to keep doing it. I'm gonna show you. She put it up so I could show it to you. I'm gonna show you this coloring book. I'm really proud about this one. I'm proud about all of them. I'm proud of everything that I do. Cause I don't give people nothing I wouldn't do for myself. So I'm gonna show you two TikTok. I ain't gonna leave you out there. Look at this with Dr. Kimona. Can y'all see her coloring book? Hot. It looked just like her. You know what do. Stop playing me. Stop trying to play. It's an I am affirmation coloring book and it's hot. I don't know how to flip the camera around. Don't do that things. This is her picture. TikTok, look. This is her picture. And this is the coloring book. Hot. I am affirmation book. I'm going to show you how to do all of this stuff. I'm going to give you all of my resources. Y'all about to be rich. Or you don't want to be rich. And you ain't got to be a pastor to do it. You ain't got to have all of this experience. You're going to have the system. Sade says super cute. Look at my coloring book, Sade. Okay, PM better go ahead. I speak. I'm not playing nobody's games. I'm not playing nobody's game. This is good for couples. Why can't y'all be the author boot camp couple people? Why can't you? You start making so much money, you have to leave your job because you got too many clients. I'm just speaking. If I didn't do nothing else, I could just do this. I got too much on, God called me to do too much to just do this. But I could just make millions off of this. Millions. I'm giving you every resource I have. People don't do that. I'm just being dramatic right now. And this ain't even a 10th. I personally have over 120 books. I'm looking for 25 people. Will y'all help me and let me help you, and we help each other? And you get to be taught by me, Sade, 1,000 times in a season. Nakia, those of you on TikTok, I want to connect. Let me help you. I feel like you should let me love you. Let me be the one to. You will not be broke on my watch. Anybody connected to me got to be rich, period. I said what I said. The Bible says the poor you'll have with you always, which means you don't identify as poor. It's there with you. I'm going to do some videos today. Y'all back me up. Back me up. I believe God, I'll get my 25 this weekend. If y'all want to inbox me, you inbox me. Let us have a conversation. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, if I say 2 minutes and 5 minutes, then let's do an average. Give me 3.5 minutes. Give me a 3.5 minutes, okay? 3.5 minutes will change your life. I love you guys. Did everybody sow something? Don't come here and eat for free. God loves a cheerful, hilarious, prompt to do it giver whose delight is in his giving. So you want to definitely sow something. You want to sow something. Some of you say, well, Pastor Mike, I sowed yesterday. If you want to live a life of abundance, you sow every day. I love y'all so much. I love you. I really do. I love you lots. And I will chat with y'all really, really soon. God bless you. Talk to you soon. Bye. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Prophetic Friday. You don't want to miss it. All right. Bye. All right, Marcia, I'll tell Christina to reach out. Bye.